UFC Saudi predictions. Good card. Actually, very good card. I'm excited for this one. Let's get right into it. Hamdy Abdelwab versus Jamal Pogues. Jamal Pogues is not good. Confused as to why these odds are close. Hamdy popped for steroids his last fight. Yeah, against Dontel Mays. Won a split decision, but I mean, he says he's 3-0. He's won every fight by knockout. Um, he's 3-0, quote unquote. He's fought more than that. He's 32 years old. He's was on steroids and probably still is on steroids. I'm going Hamdy Abdelawab by decision just because I don't think Jamal Pogues is that good. And Hamdy Abdelawab, I can't believe I just called him Abdelawab. Yeah, he's just going to win by decision. I don't know what to say. He was on steroids. I gotta trust a guy on roids. I learned that a long time ago. All right, we got Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. This fight, I'm going with Bogdan Grad. Listen. Bogdan Grad, his fight on the Contender Series, I know it was close, and he might have not even won it. I mean, I know he won, but not everyone felt that way. I just think that he has this is his chance to show how good he really is. Lucas Alexander, every time he's really had the chance to prove himself, he's kind of fallen a little short against some, decent contenders. I know he fought a Brito, and then, yeah, I mean, that's terrible. Hasn't fought in a year. Bogdan Grad's been, a little more active, and I just think he's going to be able to make more improvements, and is probably just we haven't seen his limit yet, and Lucas Alexander has not looked too good to start off his career in the UFC. So I'm going Bogdan Grad. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bogdan Grad. Yeah, that was a split decision, right? Yeah, I think it'll be decently close, just because both fighters are not the best, both not the most high level, but it's just about who made more improvements from their last fight. Not, I'm guessing that Bogdan Grad did. So I'm Bogdan Grad by decision. This one, I'm actually excited for this fight. We got Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Mayra Bueno Silva. I'm going Mayra Bueno Silva. Jasmine Jasudavicius, well, she's a good fighter. She hasn't really faced someone the size of Mayra Bueno Silva, who's coming down a weight class, and I don't know when I'm gonna get this video up, but she might not even make weight. I know she hasn't been doing good recently, but we got to take into consideration that she has beat some good fighters in her past. Does it show right here? No, it'd be way before then. Um, yeah, she beat Holly Holm. Well, she might have been on roids, but it doesn't matter. She still submitted Holly Holm, right? Yeah, standing ninja choke. She submitted Holly Holm. That's pretty impressive. I'm sorry. Uh, she lost to Macy Chasson due to a cut, and it wasn't. It was a bad cut, but whatever. She didn't really lose. Raquel Pennington, who obviously is a very good fighter and is the champion, and Manon Fiorot, who's actually again a very good fighter. Like, she only loses to these high level fighters who have faced good competition. And yeah, she was on steroids at one time. So, I got to give her a little bit of an edge. Jasmine Jasudavicius hasn't really fought the level of competition that Mayra Bueno Silva has. So, I think her coming down a weight class, she's going to be huge in there. And I think she's going to be able to stuff the takedowns of Jasmine Jasudavicius and kind of do whatever she feels like on the feet. I think Jasmine Jasudavicius would do well if she would be able to get the takedowns. And I just don't think she'll be able to get the takedowns. So I think that's kind of what is going to kill her this fight. If she was, if Mayra Bueno Silva wasn't as big as she is, I think it would be a lot easier for Jasmine Jasudavicius, but I don't see her winning just because of this pure size of Mayra Bueno Silva, the legend herself. Terrance McKinney, not Terrance McKinney. Fighting against Damir Hadžović. Legendary clip of him getting submitted by Hanato Moicano. He's 38. He's about to be 39. Buddy, he hasn't fought in like 2 years or something. Buddy, you're gonna get knocked out. Terrance McKinney, you need to win this. Please, please, for the sake of your career and everyone who loves and cares about you. I think this is gonna be a layup for Terrance McKinney. First round knockout, Terrance McKinney. I don't know what to say. This is like a little bit of a mismatch. I mean, if Terrance McKinney doesn't win this, he might even get cut from the UFC, just because this is a rough loss right here. I mean, Damir, I don't even know if he realized he was still in the UFC. Like, he probably was just on contract, just never expecting to fight again. And they're like, oh, yeah, Terrance McKinney, I forgot about him. Yeah, he should probably fight someone soon. Who's like the worst lightweight that we have? Like, the most inactive? Like, oh, yeah, yeah, Damir. Yeah, let's throw him in there against Terrance McKinney. That being said, Terrance McKinney, my first round knockout. If not, it's going to be a sad day. Shamil Gaziev versus Thomas Peterson. Shamil Gaziev, he's getting into good shape. I saw his videos of him riding the bike, and it's a 3-rounder. Shamil Gaziev won't have an issue with running out of breath. He does well when the fight's not 5 rounds. He does well when he's not out of breath. His boxing on the feet's pretty nice. He's able to. He throws a lot of volume, and in a fight like this, where it's only going to be 3 rounds, he shouldn't have a cardio issue. And I think if he probably fixed that cardio issue after the embarrassing thing that happened his fight before last. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shamil Gaziev by decision. I think he's just gonna go out there and outbox Thomas Peterson, who Thomas Peterson is not good at all. I mean, he looks like he's skinny. Like, how old is this picture? Thomas Peterson's not this skinny. Thomas and Peter's just like another fat blob, but just less skills than Shamil Gaziev. I mean, he beat the legend Muhammad Usman. I mean, never mind, guys. I'm changing. No, I'm joking. Yeah, he's not good at all. 3 fights in the UFC. I thought he was on Contender Series twice for some reason, but he's a heavyweight. Yeah, he's shit. Shamil Gaziev eats shit for breakfast, and he's gonna eat Thomas Peterson up. Yeah. What the fuck do I say? It's Shamil Gaziev versus fucking Thomas Peterson. This card's looking shittier and shittier every time I'm looking at it. I'm joking. Shout out Shamil Gaziev. Gaziev. Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Olfi. His ears look crazy in this picture. Muhammad Naimov looks like an animal. Muhammad Naimov, he looks like another fighter. I can't think of the guy's name, but I'm going with Muhammad Naimov by knockout. Khan Olfi, not good. Just not really good. Muhammad Naimov has heavy hands. His last fight was against Felipe Lima, who Felipe Lima is very good. I mean, featherweight has some killers. Felipe Lima on the rise. I really, really like Felipe Lima. So there's no nothing wrong with losing to a contender like that. And Ken Ofi's only fought in UFC a couple times, right? Oh yeah, one time. I thought he fought twice. Yeah, one time and he was knocked out. Myron Santos, pretty sure he took that on short notice as well. But he hasn't shown anything to me that shows that he could beat a Muhammad Naimov, who has gone in there with the best of the best and proved that he's heavy-handed and he could put someone down. Like, the thing is with Felipe Lima's a very, very good fighter. Young guy, hungry, coming up. Like, that's not a fight you would expect a Muhammad Naimov to win. I mean, maybe some people did, but you know what I mean? Like, Khan Olfi is not Felipe Lima. I'm sorry, he's not Felipe Lima. Unless he made some crazy improvements, he's just not going to be big enough. He's not going to be able to get inside on Muhammad Naimov. Muhammad Naimov's powerful. His short strikes. He's like a little tiny ball of muscle. What am I even talking about anymore? But yeah, Muhammad Naimov by knockout. Guys, I'm fucking losing my mind. A little ball of muscle? Did I just say that out loud? God, fuck me. Mike Davis versus Ziam. This is an interesting fight. I kind of forgot that this was even on here. Damn. I need to check my notes. Yeah, I forgot that this fight was on here completely. Ziam versus Mike Davis. I'm leaning towards Mike Davis, but Ziam. Mike Davis. Mike Davis. Ziam coming out of Kill Cliff. You guys, let's just work with me right now. Did he fight? No. Terrance McKinney. That's fucking disgusting. Ugh. That's the only thing. Ugh. Ziam's not that good just because of his last fight, him fluking a knockout with a knee right? It was like a knee to yeah, Matt Frivola knockout. Come on, that was luck. I think a lot of people are overrating Ziam. Mike Davis only shows up whenever he feels like not like show up to fight, like oh he's barely in there to fight. Like he just fights whenever he feels like it. He probably has like a whole life going on outside the octagon, which is weird to me. But Mike Davis, I'd say probably is a little more well-rounded. He comes in, just beats a bunch of guys that people didn't really expect him to beat, and then he just like leaves for a little bit. It's not like he's gonna go on a title run or anything, but he's just in there kind of fraud checking um, these guys that people are very high-ish up on, and I feel like this is the perfect scenario for him. For Siam coming off that knockout, people are pretty high on him, but everyone kind of knows how Mike Davis is when it comes to these type of fights. So I'm gonna go with Mike Davis, probably by decision for Siam. For Siam, whatever. Yeah, Mike Davis by decision for Siam. I don't know how to feel about this fight. I just don't like how everyone thinks for Siam so good because of that one knockout. Like, yeah, not saying it was fluky. It was nice, but I mean, chill the fuck out, guys. You act like he's knocking out like top contenders. Mike Davis is a game fighter. You know, he's a game fighter. Comes in whenever he feels like it, but he's always making some sort of improvements and he's always showing up ready to win. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Mike Davis by fucking decision. My videos are getting shittier and shittier as I fucking get on. This is my favorite fight right here. Made a full video about this already, but Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Guys, you might hate me for this, but I picked Vinicius Oliveira by knockout. Probably third round knockout at that. Said Nurmagomedov, I don't hate him. I like his style. It's very interesting. Very similar styles, kinda. You know, Said's able to mix up the wrestling a little better than, Vinicius is. But Vinicius on the feet is a lot more random than Said Nurmagomedov is. That's what I like about Said, is when he's on the feet, he's throwing a lot of different things. Things are coming at you from different angles. And Vinicius Oliveira is that, but on steroids. Not literally on steroids, but I mean, like, he is completely fucking random. You don't know what the fuck he's going to do. Last fight, speaking about being overrated because of a flying knee knockout, or knee to the head, is a knee to the head or flying? No. Oh my God, he fought Ricky Simon after Bernardo Sopa. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So he fought Bernardo Sopai, and everyone's like, oh, he wasn't looking good up until he, kind of Sopai gassed out and he was able to hit him with that flying knee. Sopai is a very good fighter. I'll go down on my shield saying that. I'm standing on that. There's no shame in losing to, Sopai. I think he's going to go on and do great things in the division. Being held down by him isn't the end of the world. And I think Vinicius Oliveira is going to be on the lookout for, a Said Nurmagomedov. I mean, his name is Nurmagomedov. You think he will train for the wrestling? He's going to be practicing throwing knees right up the middle every time Said Nurmagomedov shoots for a takedown. If he does, which I don't really think is going to go to the ground too often, I think Vinicius Oliveira is going to be throwing up stuff to, kind of prevent that from happening. He's quick, explosive, and he hits hard. Hard knees, elbows, feet, hands, head, pause, everything. See, I can see him going in there and knocking Said Nurmagomedov out. I think the longer this fight goes on, the more of a chance he has to just kind of pull something out of his ass to knock out Said with. Said's had some issues with the judges, some very close fights that he wound up losing, and I don't think in Saudi Arabia he will have an issue with that. So, that kind of, goes towards him a little bit. But again, another flashy striker like Vinicius Oliveira, landing some big, heavy shots. Higher chance of cutting them. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vinicius Oliveira, but I think this is gonna be a very good fight, and I think it's very, very, very close. But I'm leaning towards Vinicius Oliveira by knockout. But this is probably the fight I'm most excited for on the whole card. Weirdly enough, fucking bantamweight fight, bantamweight stack too. Sergei Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Guys, Sergey lost to Tom Aspinall, and he lost to Volkov. Those are two very good fights. Like, I say this about everyone. Sergey Pavlovich is going to win by first round knockout. Jairzinho Rozenstruik was chinned by Ngannou. Like Sergei Pavlovich is so much cleaner in the striking, so much I don't know what you'd call it. He's a lot more his boxing is a lot more tight than Ngannou. So, longer reach. I could see just Sergey just laying Jairzinho out quick. Everyone forgot, and Sergey Pavlovich is going to remind everyone why he, you know, was fighting against a guy like Tom Aspinall. And, losing to Volkov. Volkov's a very, very good fighter. We just saw him beat Sirogan. Even though he lost, he beat Sirogan. He beat Pavlovich. Like, Volkov's a very, very good fighter, and he kind of goes in waves. Sometimes he's very good, sometimes, but right now he's on a streak. I don't care if he lost his last fight, he won in everyone's eyes, and he's been on a streak right now. So no shame in that. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, you beat a fat man, Shamil Gaziev, who you got lucky that he wasn't in shape. Now Shamil Gaziev would kill you, Rozenstruik. I'm joking. Shout out to Rozenstruik. Two very nice young men. This fight is. Sergei Pavlovich by first round knockout. He will remind everyone why he was fighting Tom Aspinall. Shara Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. MVP versus Shara Bullet. Shara Bullet, you're undefeated. MVP. Okay, one thing I didn't realize about this fight. I was like, okay, I'm picking MVP. Shara, you fought nobody's really. I mean, not nobody's, but no one like a MVP. MVP's gonna win. He fought good against Ian Gary. And then I was thinking, I was like, oh wait, Ian Gary's a welterweight, and Chara's been fighting middle. Oh wait, this is at 185. So, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Obviously, I know nothing, but I'm still leaning towards MVP, outpointing him to a decision. The only issue is Shara Bullet. Like, that spinning back fist and all that stuff. Like, I don't think a MVP is going to be in range like that. He's, a very karate style guy. He's bouncing in and out, in and out. He's not going to get hit by two spinning back fists. Cut to the clip where it actually happens. Um, he's not going to be in there for that long to get hit by something like that. But Charbullet's kicks are nasty. And that is, something that could be an issue. No wrestling in this fight for either one of them. I doubt it. Shara hates being wrestled, and so does MVP. MVP fought good against Ian Gary, outstruck Ian Gary on the feet. He just got fucked by the wrestling. But yeah, I can see MVP, bouncing in, landing some heavy shots, and then just getting out of range and being, elusive against Shara. And I don't know how this would work, but I could see Shara maybe even getting desperate at sometimes and, come crashing in. And MVP, piecing him up a little bit, but it being at 185, kind of, I was like, oof. I'll have to see how big they are. Pause. Next to each other. But yeah, I'm going with MVP by decision. That was kind of my pick before, and I don't want to go back and fucking change it over just a weight class because that doesn't change how the fight plays out in my mind. Look, Shara Bullet's 6'2", he's 6'3", crazy reach advantage, but the legs of Shara, that's what you got to worry for. Like, his striking is good, but, the kicks are what really separate him in this division. And yeah, wait, let me go back. Shara, you beat up like a bunch of fucking welterweight, a bunch of middleweights. MVP beat Ian Gary on the feet, beat Kevin Holland, which is aging terribly every day. But yeah, I'm gonna go with MVP by decision. Nassourdine Imavov, or excuse me, let's start it the right way. Israel Adesanya versus Nassourdine Imavov. Imavov, my boy, I'm sorry, but you are gonna get submitted by Israel, the last stylebender, Adesanya, my goat. Yeah, Izzy's gonna sub Imavov. I just feel it coming. I just feel it coming. That I got nothing. Adesanya will sub Imavov. I'm telling you guys, he wants a submission. He probably worked on wrestling the whole camp, and if he did not, I mean, we're just like, he's fucked. I say we're fucked. Like, Israel Adesanya, he's fucked. He's fucked. Not just because Imavov will like take him down or anything like that. Imavov's good on the feet, but just like, if Izzy just gets taken down again, it's just not going to be a good look, and it probably won't be a good feeling for him. His last fight he lost because he gassed out. and got taken down. He said he fixed that. It seems like he's taking his camp serious. I think Izzy on the feet's good. Imavov's good when he gets in close, and he's good at landing heavy shots up in range. But I don't think Izzy will let him get in range. He's going to be able to keep him on the outside. Izzy's been a master at that his whole career. He's fought so many guys where if you're fighting them up close, they're dangerous. So like the idea that Imavov is like, oh, Imavov's boxing very close, that's very dangerous. It's like, yeah, Izzy's fought like 5 guys that are like that, and beat them. So that's not my biggest worry. My biggest worry is he wrestling. What is his game plan going into this? But, I think realistically he's going to be able to stay at range, stick at range, pop a couple shots, move around. Eventually, if he catches him with something, he will stalk him down and finish him. But I could see Izzy feeling a little too confident, in his wrestling, and Imavov shoots in, and Izzy latches up a guillotine and subs Imavov with his long ass arms. He will sub Imavov in round 2. I called it here first, guys. That's my full predictions. When it happens, look at me and say, you are very good. Because this will be the only prediction I get right. The whole card, I'm going to get it all wrong. But just like Izzy submits Imavov, and I'm like, all right, I'm retiring. This is my last video. Goodbye, everybody. But yeah, I could see that happening. But, if not, maybe Izzy by knockout in round 3 or 4. Yeah, I don't see him losing to Imavov, and I'd be pretty upset if he does. Like, I don't want Imavov to be fucking doing anything in middleweight. Who gives a fuck about Imavov? Not me. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Comment how shit my picks are in the comments below. I'll be reading every single comment and printing them out and putting them on my wall. Bye.